Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, y'all. Welcome, welcome. This is Nerding Out. Everything nerdy, all things nerdy, every time, all the time. My name is Nico,
I'm Gabe.
and this is we're in the middle of April, and it's crazy that we're already about to be the end of the semester. Time flies so fast, and yeah, it's been a wild ride so far. Being here in the KSFS radio. You're listening right now to I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire by the Ink Spots. There's a reason why we're playing right now because this episode is all centered around Bethesda games, specifically Fallout, but we'll dive into that later. As usual, welcome to the show, y'all. Wherever you are, whenever you are, we're live at the KSFS mobile app, the internet radio, and also on our Twitch channel right now. So, this is our show, y'all. Nerding out. We talk about anything nerdy, all things nerdy. Let's just get started with stuff that happened around the past week or weekend as well. So, Gabe, what did you do this weekend?
I went to the Cherry Blossom Festival
Nice.
yesterday. It was pretty cool. Uh, a lot of cool art and clothing from many different people. I didn't really buy anything. I do
Yeah.
not have the funds
Yeah.
to buy stuff right now. So, yeah, and then just work as usual. Nothing
Understandable.
too crazy.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I think the same thing as well. I went to the festival last 2 days ago, and it was fun. As usual when it comes to just visiting the Japantown during springtime. It's very nice as well. A lot of stuff is open there. As always, there's a gotcha game. There's a gotcha store hosted by Bandai. The opening shop there. It's called the Tokyo Anime Center, and then Mini Art Mart has made their made an expansion near the section where it used to be like a restaurant. So that's pretty nice. And then there's some other stuff that's been building around like around Japantown as well. As usual, I don't have the funds to buy art like I did last year, so kind of broke right now, and I'm not like willing yet to like spend on anything yet. So money still is being spent saved on a new PC. So that's like my main focus right now. But kind of excited for week two because I was planning on cosplaying this opening week, but it was raining, so I was like betting on if it was raining or not. So we'll just do it this next coming weekend. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. That's basically how it went with the Cherry Blossom Festival because it's a pretty big festival. A lot of sponsors, a lot of organizations coming out as well. A lot of good food to eat. So it's nice to just to experience it again as usual and support your local places around SF. So it's nice to have that importance as well. So yeah, let's get started. So one of the things why I played that song in Fallout, I don't want to set the world on fire by the ink spots, is that the recent Netflix adaptation, not Netflix, Amazon Prime adaptation of Fallout, the TV show, has released a few days ago, and in terms of the overall reception that it has received, it's been very solid. As an adaptation of the game. Albeit some people have their own like retcon issues and all such, but at that point, the overall aesthetic theme and story is pretty solid for what Fallout is as well. So Bethesda games are very well known for its jank, its its very usage of the creation engine, which is like their proprietary like engine for all of their games. But you know, it's been a while now that they've been making lots of like IPs and such. Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and then the upcoming Starfield, which is Starfield has been very
Controversial. to say the least.
Well, it's not controversial. It's more like lackluster in a way.
I guess, yeah, but I feel like that's where most of the controversies lie in. Because
Yeah.
there's like so much potential, They're hyping it up. They're like, we've been working on this game for 20, what was it, 20 years?
A decade.
Yeah,
Ish.
dude.
A decade ish.
Yeah, dude. They're like hyping it up. They're like, RPGs are never going to be the same. You
Touted
love
as Skyrim in space, from what I've heard.
Yeah, basically. And then like it's so uh it's so it's so massive, but it feels like there's so much like details and like game designs that they added. They just kept on adding stuff instead of refining stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of what makes Fallout, like not Fallout, but Bethesda games known is just like the world building, really, because most of their games have been open world esque type of games, where you explore, go to different locations, meet different characters, and sometimes have that apparent like random event that just happens, and you just like you notice like all of a sudden, oh, let's visit that place. Hope I don't get immediately murked by an enemy.
Yeah.
But that's the aspect of what makes Bethesda games Bethesda, because you know on one hand you're starting your journey, right? Like for example Fallout 4, right? You're doing one of your technically your mission is to go to this like main point in the map, which is like the hub of all things, like things alive, which is Diamond City. But all in the way you experience like things on the road, some bandits trying to like mug a storekeeper, and then you all of a sudden you get to this place that's like a abandoned movie theater, which turns out you can make into a base. So there's a lot of side stuff that you can do along the way, which makes it special. But what's your first Bethesda game that you played, Game? Like, if
You
it's
know, you know me,
which one?
New Vegas, baby.
Yes, okay, New Vegas. Oh my god, I want to say something about New Vegas, but that's gonna be for the TV show portion. But
Okay.
yeah.
I think I've bought New Vegas 3 different times now.
god, 3 different times.
I bought it on Xbox when I was
Xbox 360, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was super young. And fun little fact, when I first got my Xbox, or all the consoles that I got before my PS3, I wasn't able to set up on my own.
Oh,
and my
God.
parents couldn't set it up in English, so they would always set it up in Spanish. So then a lot of the times everything was in Spanish and I could not understand what was on the screen, because I was like, well, I speak English, so this is an issue. And I didn't know the word for like language for like the settings. So I was like, oh, I couldn't change the settings back to English.
No.
And I think for New Vegas, I think for some of the game, if the console was set to Spanish, some of the game would also be in Spanish. I don't think they ever did Spanish dubbing, but it would be like picking up items would all be in Spanish and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what it usually
And then
is.
like the subtitles would be in Spanish. And then I'd be like,
Oh, no.
I'd be like, oh, bro, dude, I can't even play this game. I think I made it all the way to, where was it? I think I went to Novak.
Oh,
On my
Novak.
360. I made it to Novak, and then
That's like beginning of the game.
Yeah, I know. And then I was like, I can't do this, bro.
Oh,
Like,
God.
because then like that's like the most important part. They're like telling you about the Legion and stuff like
The,
that.
like the lore and such.
Yeah,
but
and then I'm choosing the option where it's like, I'm gonna kill you, and it's like, bro, I am underprepared for this fight.
yes.
And then PS3 was the first one I actually beat it, and then I bought it on PC, modded it. Just recently finished a playthrough of it.
Nice.
Went really well. Yeah, modding has become an essential part of New Vegas now.
Yes, and Bethesda games really. So right now I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with modding, because okay, there's 2 things that you have to keep in mind. Is one, does it run the game? 2, what mods are you gonna put, right? Because on one hand you have the vanilla portion, which is what the game was first shipped, right? But on the second hand is the modding scene. The modding scene is very big in Bethesda, to where you can basically not retrofit, but make the game into something else, kinda. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially Fallout 4. That's like the most like modded game, and Skyrim as well. But I remember getting to modding, right? I get like I put it. The bad thing with modding is that you have to put it into an SSD,
Oh yeah,
You
100.
never want to put it into an HDD because that's gonna create big problems. So I first went into like modding for for Fallout New Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And the game is good. It's just the game is good and all such, but a lot of like the mechanics in terms of like the gunplay is pretty pain
Yeah.
times, if that makes sense. It's not the best, but it's not like the worst, you know. But still, the gunplay is like the most important thing. So, what I've done is added a lot of mechanics that improve like hit feedback against an enemy and change like some weapon animations and handling so that it feels good to like, I guess, use the weapon, but also there's some like up mods that fix bullet trails and like projectiles and like the math and such. So that's like the basic things when it comes to like Fallout New Vegas, because it's still it pretty much runs on anything at this point. But Fallout 4 is a different story because now it's an actual like full fidelity like 3D, not like not the Fallout New Vegas type of like engine. So now you have new weapons, new mechanics, new quests, and all that such, and then new areas to explore. So it's been a wild ride so far with with Bethesda modding as well, which is crazy
Yeah,
to think
dude.
about. But other than that, though, it's a Fallout is a very world rich type of game. You meet different characters that affect the world. For example, in Fallout New Vegas, the NCR and the Legion is like the main scrapping force of the entire game. NCR is what they represent, like the old world, democracy, the old world government type of stuff. And then you got the opposite end, which is like the Legion, which is completely, the Roman, legitimate, like the
Oh
Roman
yeah.
Legion. Just a very crazy like spectrum of a faction, because it's completely like their ideals are based on like the Roman Legion. So um oh yeah, interesting. Which ending did you choose?
I
Well, there's a
usually
lot of endings, but I'm talking about like the main ending, which is like the dam bridge, whatever, the dam,
yeah, Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam.
I usually go with Yes Man.
Oh yes,
Just
of
just
course.
because I absolutely despise the Legion. Cool, but I really hate the Caesar because he's always like, "Remember, you're my dog," and it's like, bro,
Yeah,
I will murder you. Do not
yeah,
call me your dog.
yeah. Basically,
And then NCR ending. Why would I want democracy? I wanna gamble for free.
that's
I don't want
true.
them to take over New Vegas.
Oh
How else
yes,
am I gonna get my caps with my 10 luck stat?
10 luck stats, and you own the casino. Yep,
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah. And then Yes Man was just simple, because most of the time, like I would already talk to a majority of the other like smaller factions that
Yeah,
you had to like get rid of. I would already do their personal quest. So by the time Yes Man was like, you're gonna need to talk to these tribes, it could always be like, oh, I dealt with them. They're good now.
yeah. Basically,
And then Yes Man would be like, maybe we should get rid of them. And I'm like, nah, we're gonna keep them all.
yeah. Because before the when you go into New Vegas for the first time, you get introduced like to all the other like casino like casino tribes and all that such. But also you on that like middle portion of the game, you get to go to different areas of the map, which where you can like find like the other minor factions of the game.
Yeah, dude.
What's interesting is that I think the first time I went through the game, I kind of wanted to find the Brotherhood of Steel. So I think I went through like this like very open land that had like fence walls for some apparent reason. So you had to like figure out which place that where
Oh
they're
yeah.
at. If that makes sense, I don't know how to like explain it, but it's like there's like different like
So like,
bunkers.
yeah, there's like 3 bunkers in the area,
Yeah,
right? And then all 3 of them initially lead to like nowhere. Like you can't progress until
yeah,
you leave. And then the Brotherhood, I think once you come out of one, the Brotherhood surround you, and then
oh
they're like
yeah,
they're like we're going to take you to our elder, and then you basically become their slave for a little bit.
yeah. For a bit, you have to prove yourself and all such, and then
Yeah, and then they're like, "All right, well, you're cool. unless you have, I didn't even know this. You could snitch them out.
Yeah.
Because there's like the NCR guy too that's nearby.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah,
snitch him out to the NCR guy, and then he's like, "I'm gonna murder them all," and then I don't know, but he takes off the explosive collar, and then the other one is if you have Veronica with you, she'll just take it off for you.
Oh,
The goat.
the goat as well. Yeah, it's a yeah, that was a good experience just finding like the like Brotherhood of Steel because Brotherhood of Steel is one of the factions that is very well known and throughout all like the Fallout games, but in this one they're like hiding. That makes sense.
Yeah.
This chapter is hiding because I forgot the specific like reason why, but they're like they don't have a lot of them or something along those lines, and it's like the West because they
Mm.
had like they were squaring off against the NCR on like Helios one or whatever.
Yeah, and then a
And
bunch
then
of them like died on
yeah,
the retreat.
yeah,
So then they were like, "Well, we're just gonna start hoarding technology."
yeah, basically because they were fighting on Helios one for like I think energy specifically.
Yeah, because Helios one was like the only working power station still.
Yeah,
So basically, like it just surrounded by a bunch of solar panels, and then you get like a mission to fix like three,
yeah, basically. Yeah.
and then you could power the what's it called?
You can send that
Y-
power to somewhere, but I forgot specifically. Uh, but yeah, it's a lot of like the missions kind of are fun because you get to experience their I guess their lore in a way, but
Yeah.
instead of just like just reading or just reading through the text, you be a part of it. If that makes sense, because in all of these games, there's usually that ending where it explains like your actions or whatever. So if you've done something bad, you've done something good, it gives you an epilogue, if that makes sense, even though if
Yeah.
it's just like conversation. It's fun. It's fun just to experience that as well for Fallout New Vegas, and then Fallout 4. Oh my God, it's a different game, especially with Fallout 4 because it's it's full fidelity 3D. It's not like like very like blocky. That makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah,
it's now for like the modern ages. If that makes sense.
yeah. I feel like the factions could have been fleshed out way more too,
Yeah,
because I feel like
there's not too many factions that I feel, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
like I don't like
Because we got the Minutemen, right? And then we got Brotherhood of Steel. We got the Railroad,
and then
and
you got
then
the Institute,
Institute, and
and I
that's
feel
basically it. That's like the
I feel
major
like I do
factions.
not want to support any of them, bro. Especially, dude, I could understand Caesar's Legion, bring back Rome,
Yeah.
but the Institute, bro, like replace everyone with humans. Get out of
Simp.
here, bro,
Oh
dude. I do
God.
not want that, dude.
So
I
it's
refuse to believe there's anyone out there that heard that. I was like,
yeah.
wait, they might be onto something. No, bro.
You know what's crazy is that I think there's someone that made like a run where technically you can have all the three factions survive, like
Oh
the
yeah,
Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, and then the Railroad. It's like kind of crazy where you have to go, because it's you have like finish this mission, don't complete this mission, talk to this person, and then something somewhere. I was like, oh my God, what the heck is this?
well, I feel like Fallout fans have always done that. I remember watching like how to get the best ending in New Vegas, and they're
Yeah,
basically like, all right, so you're gonna help Caesar up until here. Once you get into here, you're gonna meet Mr. House. Once you meet Mr. House, you're gonna betray him right then and there.
yeah,
And then it's like, oh my god, bro, it's such a
crazy.
headache to get the best ending, but it's like half the time it's not even worth it because there's so many steps and you miss so many good rewards too.
Yeah, basically. But you know what's a interesting campaign that people should follow if you are into modding? Sim settlements. So
Some settlements.
sim settlements, if anyone here doesn't know, used to be just like an expansion for the base building type of aspect of Fallout 4, and then the mod author, I think King Nath, made a second portion which expanded it more but gave it like a story, right? So the story goes for Sim Elements 2 is that well, this is like in the beginning. So when you've built like your first like radio station, right, or whatever, like as you do when you begin like a vanilla playthrough. There's this person that will come up to you and say, "Hey, I found your like message or whatever. Care to try an ASAM sensor?" So you okay, so yeah, ASAM sensor is like a thing where it automates like people building like your buildings and settlements. Like, that's
Yeah.
like the main focus of the game, right? You go through the mission, you said, "Oh, this is interesting," and then yeah, basically it kind of goes through like it basically is like a kind of implementation of like the main story kind of, but has its own like path, like has its own like camp like campaign path that's like separate from the main story. That makes sense because after that you go through like the I think Lexington, I think that's like the first area you go to where you meet the Minuteman for the first time, and
Yeah.
then it goes through that. You go through the main mission, and then you find out that the store that the stranger goes in is beside the the museums. That's where you'll be meeting him most of the time and such. So, time and time again, you meet new people, and then you fight against like the gunners. The gunners in the main game are kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
But in the Sim Settlements chapter 2, they're more prominent because their main focus is them like trying to conquer
Settlements.
well, not settlements, but what's the place again for Fallout 4?
Which one?
The
Like
entire place.
the Commonwealth?
Yeah, the Commonwealth. So that's like their main focus. So it's been fun just to just experiencing that as well. You meet new characters. You kind of have to do like a weird sneaking mission kind of, which is interesting. But other than that, though, it's like a very big like world building like DLC. To the point where it becomes like sort of like kind of like a real time strategy game. If that makes sense,
That's
because
that's pretty crazy.
you know how we have like three factions, right? For
Mm.
Fallout 4, you get like 10, 20 factions
Oh my god.
in Fallout 4, albeit they're like minor factions,
Yeah.
but still like what? Okay, there's three chapters, right? Chapters. So Sim Settlements chapter 1, you're basically like trying to figure out the technology and all such. Sim Settlements 2 is like the gunners like revealing to themselves and making like being like a threat to the player and the characters on side. Sim Settlements 3 is like the war, the war between like your people and then the gunners especially. So you know but the third one's special because you can like put like different like factions on like certain like tasks and whatever. They'll the your advisors, which is like the characters that you'll be like in your like circle, like in in war. They can advise you to like, oh, put this like faction here because they specialize in here. But it's up to you to where to put them, which is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Even with Fallout 4 is like crazy like freaking like
With everything they've
system.
been doing.
Well, not like no, the system, because
Oh.
modders have been like very very crazy in developing new mechanics for like the game that's like completely new. So yeah, and then all of a sudden you realize it's kind of like spoilers, but this is like way further in the game. So spoiler alert, Vault-Tec is the one at fault, and Robco is the one that's been helping you all this time. So because Robco is like there's like different like companies, right?
Yeah.
Organizations that deal with technology and the things that are around the world. So Robco is the one helping you, like freeing you against like the gunners and all such. And you realize that the gunners were, let's just say, they were paid by Vault-Tec, which is crazy to think about because I don't even know, but people have thought that Vault-Tec was, it's just gone. Makes sense, but
Yeah.
as we found out in the TV show, that's a different case. But yeah, let's get into the TV show. Yeah, it's very crazy to think to watch the TV show because man, it's pretty good.
I know. Yeah, I was surprised by how good. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I was looking at. I was like, that kind of does not look. Kind of looks rough, you know.
Yeah,
But then, actually, like watching it, I was like, wow, dude, this is like I'm immersed in like. This is like
it's a solid world. I mean,
it's as if I'm playing New Vegas all over again, dude.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, man. So just just fair warning. We'll probably say some spoilers. Up to you to listen to this, but yeah. So, first episode, man, the first episode, the beginning, like first few minutes, that's pretty solid. Like them
Yeah.
seeing like
The nuke.
the nuke and stuff. Like, oh damn. Okay. So
Dude, for a second, I was like, while it was happening, I was like, there's no way no one else in the background sees the giant mushroom cloud like
yeah,
behind
I'm
them.
like on one hand, I'm like, it might have been the camera, and they're just them like not like listening to it. When all of a sudden, you see like the daughter of the ghoul, basically that's his name, the ghoul. She puts her like her thumb in the air, and then all of a sudden you like it's already known that, oh, there it's something exploded, and then all of a sudden the actor was looking through like the Los Angeles like view, and then it's like, oh,
Dude, dude,
that's
the
crazy.
the wide shot of like, I was like, all right, one nuke, that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
And
then
like
like this,
four more drop. I was like, oh, bro, they are not getting out of this one. And then it just says 100, 219 years later.
19 years later, it's like, oh damn, okay,
It's like, all right, well, looks like I don't have to care about them.
I
And then, and
guess.
then the ghoul comes back.
Yeah, so we're introduced like three characters, right? In the show, we have Lucy, you have Maximus, and then you have the ghoul.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the ghoul because that's what he's been referred to. But the ghoul used to be an actor,
Yeah.
and then he became like someone who does like party rentals, whatever, just like
Yeah, dude.
something
Because of divorce.
divorce
Ugh.
and whatever. But in that span, we have Lucy, right? She's from Vault 33. She was about to get married from someone in Vault 32, and all of a sudden she gets attacked by, turns out to be raiders, I think. Yeah, raiders.
Yeah.
And basically massacred Vault 32 people disguised as raiders, or no, the raiders. They massacred a lot of people and all such, and then yeah, that's just how it is. They steal Lucy's dad, and that's where basically the show kicks off.
Yeah.
And then Maximus's story is that he got inspired to be in the Brotherhood, and I think he wasn't chosen to become a scribe for in that Brotherhood chapter. I think in the Brotherhood chapter, so I think he made a trap against his friend so that their leg just got cut off or something. That's kind of like something, but I think that was his intention. But he becomes like a scribe or such, and that's where his story starts. So yeah, it's
dude.
been
I'd be
crazy.
pretty mad if I was a scribe too.
And then there's a third one, which is like the scientist dude with the dog, which is basically dog meat, kinda.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, they kind of like teased it a bit, but it might have been the Enclave as a faction, but
Probably.
yeah, but they haven't like revealed to themselves yet, because yeah, but they might have been the Enclave like faction, because they're kind of like a sub. It's kind of hard to say. They're kind of like a sub faction of like the old world government that uses power armor and all such.
Well, it's like the Enclave is basically just old politicians, right?
Yeah.
That were like put in like a safe vault. Like that was like guaranteed. So
Yeah.
they like all grouped up together. And then if I'm not mistaken, the leader is still well, the original like beginning of the Enclave was the current US president.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember who the leader is now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about, because Fallout 3, the Enclave's like the main focus of Fallout 3 was they're fighting for a water purification like station.
Yeah.
And they mentioned in the TV show that, oh, the U.S. president is missing, so it's kind of interesting to think about, because during the show, right, you see like Voltec's like intentions of just like controlling the world after like the chaos and whatever.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But the thing is, the thing that you said about the U.S. president is he was part of the Enclave. So which one is vying for control? That's a crazy thing. But,
yeah, dude. I don't know. The Enclave are just terrible people. Like
Yeah.
literally, their entire thing is to enslave. Well, it's either to enslave the entire world, or to screw over this world so much, because they're gonna go to like their main mission was to go to Mars to colonize another planet.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But then they were like, but then I guess they're still like stealing technology and trying to screw over this planet
yeah,
before they leave, which is like weird. I don't know. The Enclave mission goal never seemed viable.
yeah. But yeah, talking about getting back to the TV show, we get to see Lucy go search for her father, right? She goes out of the vault and all such, and then she goes like all this like mission, like all this like areas around destroyed Los Angeles. You get to the beach. She sees like the dog for the first time, and then all of a sudden she gets. I think there was this one point where she try she goes to a she goes like a trader hub, right?
Yeah.
With like that's sent like that's for trading and all such, and all of a sudden the ghoul shows up because the dude that she's with has a bounty or something by the Enclave, so chaos ensues because his gun has a gyrojet, which is kind of crazy that he has a gun that just destroys you basically. It's like,
Yeah, dude.
but and then all of a sudden the Maximus. Oh yeah, by the way, Maximus did a crazy thing. They were attacked by a Yaguai, which is like a mutated bear.
Yeah.
And the dude was like talking smack about Maximus, and then he did like a very crazy thing, and he just stood there just staring at him. Was like, "No, you don't deserve that suit." I'm like, "Oh dang!" But yeah, that was wild. And then all of a sudden because his main goal was he wanted to use that suit, right?
Yeah.
Just because he got inspired to do so because he got stuck in a fridge, which is crazy to think about. Like a fridge protecting you from a radiation. It's a crazy method. And that's
Should not have worked.
Yeah.
Should not have worked.
Should not have worked. But I think that was an Easter egg because that was something that happened in the games that someone survived by being in a fridge. I'm like,
Did that happen in the game? I thought it was.
Well, it was a reference to something, but yeah, it did.
I thought it was a reference to Indiana Jones, but then there's a skeleton in the fridge.
I don't think so because it's because the Indiana Jones one happened like way long time ago. I think, but it was part of a game that I remember because I was watching a reference video of like Easter eggs. I may be wrong though, but it's from what I heard. It's from a game, but yeah. But so he goes through it, right? He gets into it. He enjoys it, and all of a sudden, he pops up when the ghoul was like shooting everyone because he got a bounty on him all of a sudden by the shop merchant, and then yeah, he beats him up and all such, and then that's where they meet Lucy and Maximus, and all of a sudden, and then other stuff happen where there's a robot that tried to harvest Lucy's organs, which okay, easily repair your finger, and all of a sudden it wants your organs. Like
Yeah,
that's weird, but okay. And then some other stuff happened, right? And then his scribe, I forgot the dude's name, but he's a scribe for Maximus because he's in the suit technically, and he doesn't show himself. He turns out he became a ghoul afterwards because his leg got like cut off again and such. So
this dude's leg.
Yeah, it's always the leg.
Yeah,
and then he gets like he gets like some medicine such that gives him like rapid regeneration, but it turns out that it's
FEV.
no, it turns out it turns into a ghoul. I don't think it shows it. I don't think it happens immediately. But I think when you keep on getting hurt, it regenerates you. But it's crazy. But yeah,
I hope like episode 4 is just a whole building episode, like just in a
season 2.
Yeah, dude. Out of nowhere, the Minutemen show up for some reason, and they're like,
"No, please,
like, we need you to rebuild."
Well,
right now.
the next season will probably be in New Vegas, but we'll probably talk about in like the end. But so and then we have this side story where I think the brother of Lucy, he tries to figure out what's happening around like the vault and all such, and he found like a vault where it's just like destroyed. If that makes sense, like just like Vault 32.
Yeah.
The spoiler is that half of the vault was half of the members in Vault 33, which the ones are still alive, of course.
Yeah.
They were picked in lottery to repopulate Vault 32, and one of the eye patch lady turns out to be like a Vault Tech like Vault Tech like worker in like a higher position, which is crazy because it's it turns out that in one of the vaults there's like a cryopod that has a lot of vault tech employees, which is crazy. So yeah, it's a crazy thought. But the main focus of like the entire show, from what I think, is the cold fusion technology, which is like a technology that would be it's like infinite technology. But the reason why they blew out Los Angeles in the first place is just to take control and all
Yeah.
such. So the now that the Voltec, the cold fusion is taken over, I think by that Raider group that was shown before. So um but yeah, was there any like moment that in Fallout the TV show that like I guess shocked you in a way, like
I
within like all 6 episodes,
6 episodes.
I think, or 9 episodes?
I thought only one came out. No,
No,
all of them came out.
all of them came out at the same time.
No way. I thought only one came
I
out.
was like talking here. I was like, wait a minute, you
'Cause-
haven't
'cause,
watched the episode?
I watched one because then the website I was using only gave me episode one. So I was
The
like,
website that you're using show you episode. No, they released all 6 episodes.
oh, bro. Now
I was like talking here. I was like, oh, you watched it, right? I was like,
yeah. I was like, I don't remember that being in the first episode. But then like half the time, like when I'm watching like something for the first time, I don't like fully understand like, oh my god,
yeah.
you're so right.
So just the TLDR.
Oh
right.
my.
I basically kind of spoiled you, kinda, not
That's
the full
alright, I
thing,
don't
not the
really
full
care.
thing yet. So that's basically like the center focus. If we're treating it like a video game, the main focus of this entire season is cold fusion, which is like a power, like a thing that a relic that gives you infinite energy to like power a lot of crazy stuff. So basically our three characters go through crazy stuff as usual, go like meeting different characters, surviving against crazy abominations, and then all of a sudden they go to, their last area to go to is the Los Angeles Observatory, which is like the observatory place,
Yeah.
and which is now a raider it's crazy is that you see it used to be like a new NCR headquarters, and then now it's been overtaken by that Raider faction. So that's a nod there. But
I think it's crazy that they're making the Raiders so strong, dude.
yeah, that's
I-
a crazy thing.
That's what
think
I
of-
was thinking during like the first episode. I was like, oh,
I'm like, man, I
These-
thought this was because in the trailer we thought it was gonna be NCR
yeah,
because like, oh, NCR headquarters. Oh, okay, but no, it's not NCR. It's a Raider faction. I'm like, okay, oh, it's crazy because they made them because Raiders are meant to be just like fodder, just
basically, yeah. And then like,
just like a meme, well, a meme technically, but
even in like the first episode when like Lucy was fighting the dude, when like after they had a
Yeah.
sexual meeting, like he was
he was strong. I'm like,
he was
oh.
beating her, bro. I was like, oh my god, bro, like,
Like man, I thought Lucy did like martial arts or something.
That's what
I'm
I
like,
was
hello?
saying, bro. Like she was doing all this crazy martial arts. I was like, all right, she's capable. She's capable.
I'm like that.
But in a real fight, I
I'm
was
like,
I was like,
I
oh
don't
my-
remember this game.
I was like, oh my god, bro. Someone give her a stim pack, bro.
Oh my, yeah, but yeah, it's crazy because it's like, man, translating it to a TV is crazy, like, because usually Raiders they're just like they just mess with a lot of just stuff, but I realized, oh, they're they're just crazy.
I know, yeah, dude. This is the first time I've ever seen a Raider win, bro.
Yeah, Raider be competent basically, and then, and then all of a sudden, our last portion that the last episode is them going to like just explaining stuff in terms of why he kidnapped Lucy's dad, and yeah, so the reason why the lady kidnap her dad was that they were talking about like cold fusion and all such in terms of, like the tech, and it turns out that the dad was a Vault-Tec employee because, as I said before, Lucy's brother found out that they're all Vault-Tec employees in the cryopod. So he also had nefarious motives and such. And then the brotherhood swoops in like the vertebrate, which is kind of cool though. So and then all out war ensues, and you see like T-60s being like used as shields and not being used as well because they're compared to like the games as well. The people know how to fight the T-60s. People know how to fight the
Really? That's
yeah.
interesting. I don't know. Just hearing you explain the entire series,
It gets crazy.
it, hot take, Fallout 3, bro. It kind of just sounds like Fallout 3.
Yeah, I guess, but it's a good start to be honest in terms of just them adapting to the show because it'll be exciting to see where it goes to. But I'm kind of scared of where it might go to because I'll probably spoil this after like the portion in terms of, like the post credit scene. But let's go.
So, all right, I guess let me ask you this: do you think season 2 is gonna have the same characters, or is it gonna be kind of like an anthology, and then we kind
It
of
might be the same characters but with new characters
like introduce later in the season?
because from what I've been seeing, we will probably go to New Vegas. I'll probably explain it. I'll probably explain
the-
why.
They're probably gonna see which ending most people chose. And
Yeah,
then
well,
just make
I'll,
that the
I'll explain. I'll
canon.
explain. I'll explain because, okay, after all that, and then Maximus meets Lucy because they've been like they split and all such because the Brotherhood got the Brotherhood got him because I think the Squire called in the radio said, "Oh, we're here," and then the helicopter said, "Oh, okay." So, the dude, Maximus, like inadvertently freed his father, which inadvertently freed his father, and then Lucy's father went into the power armor and just knocked him out cold. Like, oh, okay. And then
Actually, he shouldn't be allowed to do that. He needs power armor training.
yeah, power armor, but still went in. I'm like, okay, I guess. And then Lucy pulled the gun on his father. We thought we were she was gonna shoot his dad, but the ghoul appeared from nowhere and did a quick draw on him, as usual.
Yeah, dude.
But instead of killing him outright, he let him go because that's his question that he had to Henry, which is like the name, his father's name is that, where's my family? So between that portion, right, of Fallout, of the pre-Fallout stuff and then the current Fallout stuff, we don't even with the previous flashbacks, we don't know where his family is, to be honest. Just kind of crazy to think about, but
That's pretty cool.
but season 2 might set up for that because as we've seen in the after all that shenanigans and all such, the ghoul told Lucy, "Oh, you can stay here and possibly die by the Brotherhood, or you can go with me and meet your maker." So, which is so she chose to follow the ghoul to wherever he was going, and as we revealed, well, yeah, I mean before that, Maximus wakes up and all of a sudden he's crowned he is crowned like a leader or something because he killed like the lady who was in charge, taking control of that cold fusion relic, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want that in the first place. All of a sudden, oh, I guess I'm a knight now. Oh,
That's pretty good.
because his first place was that he didn't want to get the suit anymore because he was about to get shot, kind of because of a lot of treason and all such. But all
Yeah.
of a sudden, he suddenly becomes a knight. Oh,
So, would you say the main villains, I guess, in this scenario is Vault-Tec,
yeah.
not the Enclave?
Not the Enclave, because the Enclave hasn't been shown.
I'm just looking for a reason for them to bring the Enclave in.
I don't. Well, they're still alive.
Well,
they're
yeah.
there, but they haven't shown up as a
As like an actual like
as an actual
faction.
faction yet. But it's just we'll probably see how it goes.
I
But
want to see them bring back the talking death claws.
so okay, so and after credits, this is after we see the ghoul and Lucy and the dog travel upwards to the Hollywood logo to possibly go somewhere. After the credits, Henry, which is Lucy's father's name, uh, appears in a desert somewhere, and all of a sudden, as we see in the backdrop, like as he looks forward, is New Vegas. The
Oh,
question with the thing that people have been wondering with New Vegas is that it looks barren. That's a question that people are thinking, and that's like the main thing that people have been trying to speculate is what ending did they pick, right? Because it's weird to see in like in a very far distance, but it looks it looks barren. So that's gonna be a
I
question for season two. So that's basically the gist of season one. So that's and leading to possibly season two, but we haven't heard any like details. But they're making it eventually.
I want death claws. I want the smart death claws that could talk to people.
Yeah, but the thing that I'm trying to figure out is what happened between New Vegas and the ending of season one for Fallout, because I think this takes place years after. I think season years after the games. I think maybe wrong on the details, but people have been like worrying about that, like, oh, they just destroyed New Vegas. Oh,
Maybe. I feel like whatever ending you chose, I feel like in the end you make enemies with someone like cuz I feel like half the people like the easiest ending to get is just the speech ending where it's like you tell them like, "Oh, we got millions here." And the Legion you literally give the Legion time to reform their armies to invade another day.
uh,
So that could be the ending they go for, considering that's like the most like that's like the easiest ending to go with, because like then you could just talk to every faction and go like,
yeah,
don't worry, we're taking
it'll
care
be
of it.
we'll probably see how it goes. But I mean, the thing is that with with shows, right? You can only tell so much, right?
Yeah.
So we can't exactly know one for one that on which one they went with, because with as I said before, factions, you have minor factions you can interact with. What happens with them, right? So if they're gonna go with all the factions and all the minor ones that you can interact with, but other than that, we'll see. But
Yeah, then.
it was crazy to see because it's New Vegas, right? But it looks so barren. It's like no one's there. Like what? I don't remember that being New Vegas. That they just like completely destroyed. But we'll see. But
I'm curious to see what characters from New Vegas they bring, assuming any of them are even
it'll be
still.
interesting to see if they're actually gonna if the courier. Well, no, I don't think the courier will come back. But
Nah, I
no,
don't
I
think
don't
so.
think.
I think it'll be. I
It's
think
yes
what
man.
they're
No,
gonna
because
do.
yes man, right, is technically like the de facto like leader of if you take over New Vegas, but because the
Yeah,
courier he just leaves, right?
yeah. He kind of just like leaves and finds his own road.
Yeah,
I think what they're gonna do if they do like bring up a carrier, because they're just mailmen, right?
they're just male people,
So
mailman
so like
folks.
literally, I feel like they're gonna go like, Courier 6, and then some
Yeah, that's
random
his name,
dudes.
right? Courier 6.
Yeah, that's like his number.
Yeah,
And then like he's gonna show up, and everyone, that's the courier. And then they're like, oh no,
bro, that'll be wild though. That'll be wild.
that's
I'll be
not me.
honest.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm not the courier.
Oh damn. But that'll be wild though if that happens somehow. But I don't know. It's the thing is that with player characters that they don't stay. That makes sense.
Yeah, they always wander.
They wander. Depends on the character. But for a courier, I mean, you're a courier. You're just a mailman, really, at the end of the day. But
Yeah, but I doubt he went back to his job. He
I
he
don't.
did not go back to his job, dude. That'd be like the worst shit ever.
I
Dude.
mean, we'll see. But it'll be interesting. But it'll be interesting where they'll take it. I'll be honest, because this is they're stopping by New Vegas now, so
Yeah.
we're gonna have to see what pops up, especially with NCR and the Legion. We'll see if they pop up in the season two. But because the thing is that I don't know what else they can tell in terms of story other than Vault-Tec being like not separated, but Vaultec employees being switched over as dwellers. So it'll be interesting to see what pops up after. But yeah, um, yeah, that's Fallout TV show. It's pretty great as an adaptation to the game from like technically nothing really. Is
Yeah.
it's pretty great. There's no like there's no title characters. Like, and after the last Airbender, there's something. This is something that they've basically made new. If that makes sense from
Yeah.
just the start of just based on the existing lore of the game, which is pretty crazy to think about considering like either adaptations are a hit or miss nowadays. It's pretty solid that they've made something from nothing. Just crazy to think about. But yeah, excited to see what will lie if they ever make a season 2 in New Vegas. Man, that's me something to think about. I'm like, oh, where are they going next in terms of their escapades as well.
Yeah,
But,
dude.
oh man, that was a conversation for Fallout. That's
I don't know, dude. I love Fallout.
It's crazy because I know a lot of folks a lot of like Discord folks and a lot of like streamer folks that I watch, they're they're getting back into Fallout. I'm like, man, that's a lot of people. Even a streamer that I watch who returned back to streaming said, "Oh, I should play Fallout." I'm like, what?
I'm not
So,
even gonna lie to you. As you were talking right now, I was like, man, I should play Fallout 3 right now.
oh my.
So, guess who's gonna mod Fallout 3 when they
But
get
you gotta play because you gotta play you gotta play it with New Vegas rules, dude.
I do.
The tales of the Borderlands.
You mean the
The
Tales of the Borderlands is a different game.
well, not Tales,
bro.
but Tales of the
Some-
Wastelands. Tales of the
Ta-
Wastelands.
Yeah, Tales of Two Wastelands.
Tales of the Wastelands. So Tales of the Wastelands is like a combination, I think, of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but it gives you the improvements of Fallout New Vegas mechanics and such into Fallout 3.
Yeah,
Just-
dude.
I'm gonna have to figure that out because that's gonna be crazy. I mean, I don't know. Do I have to buy Fallout 3?
I think you might have to because then
Oh,
because it doesn't because I think the mod would be like banned if it gave you the Fallout 3 files. I think you need to own both copies of the games.
oh, it's fine. I can just get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be weird to like mod though. I'm like,
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
Yeah, I wonder how the modding process for that one works.
because it's
But-
like with modding, right? It's like, it once you have the base game, it just works. But you have two separate games, like, huh? So I'll have to figure out when I have the time because modding takes a day.
dude, modding is such a pain, dude. Like when I modded New Vegas, I don't know what mod it was. It completely broke one of the casino factions. Like,
Yeah.
Like I would go in there and then like I would have to go into the back room, dude. It was transparent. I would just
Oh god.
I like could not see like any of the walls or anything, and I
Yeah,
was like,
it's
I had to go through the process of like turning off like one mod, launching the game.
yeah. That's the thing. It's pain because with modding, it's like if you don't there's two mod managers. There's the Vortex one, which is like, oh, it installs like the ones on the Nexus on the Vortex like website,
Website.
whatever. And there's mod manager, which is like the general one. It doesn't connect you to anything, but it's like the general mod manager. So the issue with technically both is that if something breaks, you have to like
You have to manually find out
manually
which one
turn
it
off
is.
manually turn off which one is, and it's like it's a
Oh, dude, it's such a
It's
dude,
a-
it ruins your day, dude.
Yeah.
Because as soon
I mean,
as,
the good thing is that if you don't care about like installing some stuff, there's people dedicated to making mod packs that just like gives you like an all-in-one experience if you don't care about like modding a lot. That makes sense.
that's
So,
real, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like a bunch of the new issues now that I'm seeing is like Fallout New Vegas is so old that it can't handle Windows 11. So,
Oh,
so
oh,
you
no.
you literally have to like get so many like just repair mods for it. Cause I was like, I got like the normal mod and it didn't work.
Oh god.
And then like I like looked up and it was like you need to download like these 6 other mods, and I'm like, oh my god, bro. And then it still didn't work. Dude, it was driving me crazy, bro. Modding Fallout New Vegas was definitely like a passion project.
Yeah, but I mean, people are still dedicated to this day to just make stuff.
100%.
I don't even know if Starfield will even ever get mods because it just died.
Yeah.
But Fallout, the previous games are still continuing to this day to make stuff. Make crazy stuff, especially. So until we get an Elder Scrolls or whatever or new Fallout, it will still be more people to more mods to be shown in those games, the previous games. But yeah, but also just wanted to just thank the underwriters as usual. KSFS Radio would like to thank our underwriters. Kayara Consulting of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, services for international real estate, and Bed and Biscuits of Marin, boarding and daycare for small dogs and grooming for all. Their support keeps us on the air, and we urge you to support their businesses. Thank you, underwriters, for supporting the show as well. But yeah, that's all that we have for today, y'all. Thank you all for listening in. Fall is a very impactful game, especially if you're
Oh,
into open world stuff, and especially if you're into modding stuff. It's a great thing to get into, but as we have mentioned here before, be ready to troubleshoot a lot.
yeah, dude.
It's a fun experience as usual. I'm excited to see what will pop up in in the next few years, technically, for both the modding scene and for just Fallout media or Bethesda game media. That makes sense. No, new season, new places to explore, new characters to see. Yeah. Other than that, y'all. Thank you all for listening. This is Nerding Out. Everything nerdy, all things nerdy, every time, all the time. Coming up next
Is
is
Jack and Josh.
yeah. As usual, stick around, y'all, for the next show. Thank you all for listening. As always, we are also live on the KSFS mobile app as well as on Twitch right now. Right now on the Twitch side, it's kind of we're still in construction, but we have it, to test out and see what will work. But yeah, that's all for us. This is Nerding Out. We're signing up for today. Thank you all
All
for
right.
listening. Catch up with us next time
Yeah,
on our
dude.
socials and our YouTube channel as well. KSFS Nerding Out. As usual, thank you all, and we'll see you guys next week for
Yeah,
a new
dude.
episode. Take care. Take care.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.